Would you spend over $1,000 on a phone that folds? Well, Samsung hopes you still might because the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Fold 7 are almost here. Reports from inside the industry confirm that production is about to begin. This matches up with earlier leaks that said Samsung would start making these foldable phones around May. Despite a few hiccups, especially with the chipsets, it looks like everything is moving on schedule. Let's talk about the Fold 7 first. This phone is expected to run on the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, the same processor that powers the current Galaxy S25 lineup. That's good news for people who want top performance in a foldable phone. If Samsung had any plans to bring the Exynos chip to the Fold 7, it doesn't look like that's happening anymore. Now, what's more interesting is the Galaxy Z Flip 7. This phone was recently seen being tested with Exynos processors. Two different test models were spotted earlier this month, both running on Exynos chips. So the big question is, are we going back to regional versions again? If Samsung actually releases the Flip 7 in two different chip variants, one Exynos and one Snapdragon, it would be a major shift. A few years ago, Samsung stopped doing that because people noticed performance differences. But if they bring it back, we could once again see different versions of the same phone depending on where you live. Behind the scenes, Samsung is also focused on the future. The company is working hard on its new 2nm Exynos 2600 processor, which is expected to show up in the Galaxy S26 phones early next year. The dream is clear. Samsung wants to rely less on other companies like Qualcomm and bring more chip production in-house. And according to recent updates, Samsung Foundry is making solid progress. Meanwhile, Apple, Samsung's biggest rival, is expected to stick with 3nm chips in its iPhone 17 series. A jump to 2nm for the iPhone 18 is possible, but even without any trade problems, that move will make the phones more expensive. Still, some experts say that Samsung's upcoming 2nm chips may not be as power efficient as TSMC's 3nm ones, which Apple uses. So we'll have to wait and see how they compare in real-world use. Now, let's talk about foldable phones in general. While they've definitely gotten better, they haven't become as popular as phone makers hoped. Sales numbers aren't sky high, and that's making companies rethink their plans. Even Samsung, the leader in foldables, has quietly lowered its sales expectations for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Flip 7. It's aiming for more realistic numbers this time. As for other brands, many have already started pulling out of the foldable phone market completely. They simply can't keep up with Samsung, or they don't want to spend so much money on a product that isn't selling as fast as expected. But that doesn't mean foldables are going away anytime soon. Samsung is still betting big on them, and the Fold 7 and Flip 7 could bring some much-needed upgrades, faster performance, better software, and hopefully longer battery life. So, what do you think? Are foldable phones finally getting close to what we all expected when they first came out, or are they still just an expensive experiment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates on phones and tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Is Samsung finally ready to take the next big step in foldable phones? It looks like we're getting very close. If recent reports are true, Samsung is preparing to begin mass production of its upcoming foldable phones, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and the Galaxy Z Flip 7, as early as next month. These two models are expected to be officially announced in July 2025. And this year, Samsung might be expanding the foldable family even more by introducing a new, more affordable option, rumored to be called the Galaxy Z Flip FE. According to a new report from South Korea, Samsung Display, the company that makes the foldable OLED panels for Samsung phones, has already started making the screens for the Fold 7 and Flip 7. These panels will soon be delivered to Samsung Electronics, which plans to begin full-scale production of the phones in May. All of this happens mostly in Vietnam. Both Samsung Display and Samsung Electronics have large facilities there, and most Galaxy devices are assembled in Vietnam before they are shipped to countries around the world, including the United States. This timeline lines up well with Samsung's usual launch plans. The company typically holds its Summer Unpacked event in July, where it reveals its latest foldable devices. The Fold 7 and Flip 7 are expected to come with performance upgrades, software enhancements, and possibly some design changes. While we don't have confirmed specs just yet, fans are expecting slimmer bodies, better cameras, and improved battery life. The most interesting part of this year's foldable release might be the rumored Galaxy Z Flip FE. This would be a lower-priced version of the Flip, aimed at people who want the foldable experience without paying flagship-level prices. However, Samsung may choose not to release it at the same time as the other two devices. Instead, the company could wait until later in the year, possibly around October or November, to give the Fold 7 and Flip 7 time to shine on their own. There's a good reason for this strategy. If the more affordable Flip FE comes out at the same time as the Flip 7, it could take away some of its sales. By giving each phone its own launch window, Samsung avoids this issue and gets more attention for each model. There's also another foldable phone people are curious about, a trifold device that Samsung has been working on for some time. This phone would fold in more than one place and could give users a much larger screen and a pocket-sized device. However, it's still unclear if this model will launch in 2025 or if Samsung will wait a bit longer to perfect the technology. For now, the focus is clearly on the Fold 7, Flip 7, and possibly the Flip FE. And if Samsung sticks to its schedule, we're only a few months away from seeing these new devices hit the market. Foldable phones have become more popular in recent years, and Samsung continues to lead this category. While other companies like Google and Motorola have joined the competition, Samsung's experience and production capabilities give it a big advantage. The introduction of a more affordable model could help attract even more users and grow the foldable market further. So if you've been thinking about getting a foldable phone, this might be the right year. Whether you prefer the large, tablet-like screen of the Fold or the compact, stylish Flip design, Samsung is about to give you new choices. And with the possible addition of the Flip FE, there may be a foldable phone for almost every budget. We'll keep an eye on all the latest updates, leaks, and official news. If you want to stay in the loop, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Google has finally introduced the Pixel 9a, a mid-range smartphone designed to offer solid performance at a competitive price. However, there's a compromise. This model doesn't have enough RAM to fully support Google's advanced AI features. Reports confirm that while the Pixel 9a does come with Google's Gemini Nano AI, it's a scaled-down version. Due to its 8 GB of RAM, the phone isn't capable of handling the full range of AI features that premium Pixel models offer. Users will still be able to access AI-driven tools through the power button or a dedicated app, but the processing will not be as fast or efficient as what's available on the higher-end models. With previous Pixel models, Google has been integrating AI-powered features using Gemini Nano, but the Pixel 9a takes a slightly different approach. Instead of using the standard Gemini Nano version found in more expensive models, this phone comes with a lighter variant called Gemini Nano 1.0XXA. Meanwhile, other Pixel 9 models run on a more capable version, Gemini Nano XS. The reason behind this difference is simple: memory capacity. High-end Pixel devices come with 12 GB of RAM, which allows them to process AI tasks smoothly. The Pixel 9a, on the other hand, only has 8 GB, making it less capable when it comes to handling these advanced functions. To maintain overall performance, Google had to make some adjustments, meaning that certain AI features won't be available on the Pixel 9a. This situation is similar to what happened with the Pixel 8, where Google initially announced that it wouldn't support Gemini Nano at all. However, the company later introduced a developer preview of a smaller AI model for that device. That same compact AI model is now being used in the Pixel 9a. So what does this mean for everyday use? The Pixel 9a will still support AI-driven tools, but they will function differently compared to flagship models. On premium devices, AI runs continuously in the background, providing instant access to features. With the Pixel 9a, however, AI functions will only activate when needed, which might cause slight delays in performance. Another drawback is that some AI-powered tools won't be included at all. For example, Pixel Screenshots, a feature designed to organize screenshots using AI, is missing. Similarly, Call Notes, which can summarize conversations using on-device AI, is not available. There is also uncertainty about whether the Pixel 9a will include Google's scam detection feature in the phone app. Google hasn't confirmed whether this function will be supported, so it remains unclear. On the positive side, recorded call summaries will still work. This feature doesn't rely entirely on AI processing, but instead transcribes the call and generates a summary based on the text. Because of this, users will still have access to this functionality without needing the full AI model. As of now, Google hasn't provided a complete list of missing AI features on the Pixel 9a. The phone is expected to launch in April, though an exact release date hasn't been announced yet. Once it becomes available, real-world testing will reveal which AI functions work as expected and which ones are left out. For those considering the Pixel 9a, it's important to be aware of these limitations before making a decision.